Yeah, so that happened last night. Dricus Du Plessis is the new middleweight champion of the world after defeating Sean Strickland on the scorecards 2 times 48-47. A split decision victory. Dricus Du Plessis. Yeah. It has been rumbling in the MMA community for this decision victory of Dricus, and I don't see the problem, guys. I know Sean Strickland, lots of fanboys, lots of rebels that just want to support the other voice. And of course, I'm a guy that runs that wave too, but when it comes down to fights, black and white, bro, black and white. No emotions, no logic. Just everything that is on paper and with the eyes. Combine that and you get the outcome. And that outcome for today is Dricus Du Plessis won the fight via a split decision. So that could be like 51-49 for Dricus Du Plessis. And I know when you compare those two, Dricus was the one who went mixing it up constantly. He tried to mix up combinations. He took Sean multiple times down. I believe 5 times or something. Didn't control him as much, but he controlled him for like 2 to 3 minutes. Quite okay. He landed punches, but on the other hand, Sean Strickland, he just kept jabbing. He didn't combinate that much. He just kept jabbing, didn't pressure as much as he did against Adesanya. He was constantly on his back foot because Dricus was the one who was pressuring. Dricus was the one who wanted it more and who showed it that he wanted it more. He mixed it up the whole time. And when you compare it to those two, Sean did not enough for the title defense, but Dricus did enough for the title win. It's difficult to score a fight like this. Well, in my opinion, it's not difficult, but it's hard to explain it to fans who have only robberies and fangirly in their minds. And I know in these times, a close fight is automatically a robbery. Automatically, it's a robbery. And when we look at the scorecards, you have all 3 judges that scored the first round for Sean Strickland. Obviously, in my opinion, that's fair. First round, Sean Strickland. Second round, in my opinion, that's the round that's debatable. But all 3 judges gave it to Dricus Du Plessis. Dricus stole that round from Sean. That was a very important round that Dricus, at the end of the round, he stole it. He took Sean down. He took him down twice out of my head and controlled him. He controlled the round. He kept up pacing the fight and didn't give Sean an opportunity to throw combinations. And then we have the third round. Third round is the questionable round for the judges, because 2 gave it to Dricus and 1 gave it to Sean. In my opinion, that round was more a Dricus round than the second round. So in my opinion, I thought that the second round would be the questionable one and not the third. However, only 1 scored it for Sean. And then we have the fourth round. That was a Dricus round, clearly, no question. And then the 5th round, that was a Sean round. So with these judges, I accept the scorecards with these judges because when you look at those 3 rounds that Dricus won, they were so close. You can even see it on the verdict app. They are so close scored, and just a few more votes and it were Dricus votes. But in this case, people tend to only see jabs, Sean's, jab. But when you're a judge ringside and you see a guy throwing combinations, throwing kicks, taking the opponent down, obviously you're going to score it for Dricus, in my opinion. At that moment, a judge has to score the fight within 1 minute. If your favorite fighter is Sean Strickland, of course you're going to have some black glasses on you and thinking, this round is for Sean, that round is for Sean, that round is for Sean, for sure. And then you'll score it 4-1 to Sean Strickland because he's the one that threw more strikes on paper. He's the one that landed more significant strikes. Just jabs is not gonna do it. Jabbing your way to a title defense, that's not it. I mean, I feel bad for Sean Strickland, for sure. But I'm happy for Dricus, no matter how. They're both good men. And I know I'm gonna get called a lefty, I'm gonna get called a Sean hater, I'm gonna get called a liberal, I'm gonna get called a Dricus Du Plessis fanboy. I know, guys, just think logical. Close fights aren't robberies. For once. And the casual MMA community is taking over a storm when their boy loses. So no offense to all Sean fans. I love Sean Strickland as much as you do. This was bound to happen, guys. I mean, This was bound to happen. And I know maybe you don't even care about my opinion. That's for sure 99% chance, but I'm just here to discuss this topic and maybe create an eye-opener for you guys. So please, let's discuss this topic down under. And if you're just trying to hate, you're also welcome. But keep it clean. I don't know if it's worth reviewing the other fights. The only entertaining fight that's debatable is the Evloev against Arnold Allen fight. I mean, the co-main event between the women, Raquel Pennington and Mayra Bueno Silva. That sucked. Horrible co-main event. The Canada man went 0-7, Neil Magny the gatekeeper. I mean, I'm gonna discuss that in another video, man. Stay tuned for more, guys. Sean Strickland against Dricus Du Plessis. UFC 297. You know what's coming. Stay hydrated.